I can't sleep. But I come in to tell everybody how my day went. I was ready to cuss somebody out at Costco today. Okay? At Costco. So I'm at Costco and I'm trying to get a paper for my son to order him a cake because he's having his birthday party. We having a pool party this Saturday for my son. He turning 12 years old. Why the lady at Costco getting an attitude? They get mad because I'm asking questions. Can you put a football on the cake? Okay, Sania, how you doing? I'm asking, can you put a football on the cake? Can you put a football on the cake? That's it. That's all I wanted was a football on his cake. Cause hey green vegan, all I want football on my son cake. 'Cause my son play football, and I just wanted his cake to say Happy Birthday Ezekiel. Okay, so now these are two clear people. Y'all know what that means. Okay, clear people. Okay, and so I just wanted his cake to be perfect, okay, at Costco, okay? So I had my daughter, she's 28, I had her with me. Now knowing her, she's the one who gets down and acting fool. Hold on 1 minute. Ezekiel, close my door, please. I'm on live. Close my door, please. Ezekiel, close my door, please. So I'm at Costco and I'm the one I'm the one who's the calm head. My daughter, she the one who acted a fool. Okay, so she was like, "Mama, they just being rude and disrespectful." And I said, "You know what? I paid that premium price for Costco to have that premium card. I'm gonna I said, and then she gonna say, "Oh, we don't do footballs either." I said, so you mean to tell me I got to have a plain cake, no footballs on it, and it's and with rainbows on it for a boy? It's a boy. He 12 years old. We ain't gay. Okay, we don't want that on our cake. And so I went and found a manager. Okay, because I told him, I said, he gonna say his name was Jose. I said, oh, hey, Jose, you the one helped me get my premium Costco card. I said, well, Jose, I'm very upset today. And he gonna say, what happened, Miss Lynch? I said, they over there being rude at the cake place. Number one, they ain't got no pens to write anything down. The Costco people at the cake place ain't got no pens to write anything down. So how you supposed to write anything down, order for the cake, if you ain't got no pens here? No, I don't got no pen in my purse and I'm hot and I'm upset too. Okay. He gonna say, well, Miss Lynch, how can I help you? How can I help you and make your day better at Costco? I said, making sure that my son's cake be fixed right, how I want it. I don't want nothing inside. I want a half a sheet and I want footballs on it. That's all I want. He gonna say, I will specially make sure it's done the way you want it. I said, fine with me. I said, but next time for your information, please have some pens over there when you gonna sign up and make a cake, okay? It's just convenient for me and the other people too. Because I don't want to be the one going off on y'all. That's number one. I had a problem today. Okay, I'm at Costco trying to get everything together for my son who is turning 12 years old on Monday, and we having this pool party. And what my head count is about 50 kids gonna be over here. I said it's gonna be a lot of kids at this party. What was I doing? My daughter said, "You the one wanted to have this party." I said, "Never again in life. I'm having a birthday party. I don't like that many kids like that." We got this whole football team over here. I'm stressed out. I need more parents to be over here. We having a pool party. We're gonna have little kids in the pool. We're gonna make sure everybody stays safe. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Thank you for everybody coming in. But yes, I'm stressed out over my son, and I want my son's birthday party to go fantastically because he's a straight A student. He starts junior high in August on the 13th, and he is honor classes, and he does everything that I want him to do. But sometimes he get on my nerves. I love my son, but today he made me mad too. Maybe because I was mad because before I went to Costco, he made me mad because I tell him, when you cook in my kitchen, clean up the kitchen. I don't know what's the problem is, but these kids are lazy. They want to cook in the kitchen and not wash the dishes. Where they do that at? I said, you know what? I said, my mother, if you cook in her kitchen, you cannot go back to your room and you don't ate your food and you ain't in there cleaning the kitchen. I tell my kids, stop trying to go watch your computer, your phone, your anything. When you cook in the kitchen, clean the kitchen up. So let me tell you what I did. I was over the top today. I ain't gonna lie. I've been threatening my son. I've been threatening him. I said, look at here. If you don't do what I'm asking about when it comes to the kitchen, because we all got turns cleaning the kitchen up. Olivia got a turn. I got a turn. He got a turn. I have a whiteboard. Which day is his? Which day is ours? We all got a turn. So I told my son. I said I love him, and I told him he's not listening. And I don't know. I said I told my son today, my older son. I think next year when he get out of school, they going to summer camp because they've been home too long and sleeping all day, ain't cleaned up right. It's getting on my nerves. He should never, you know, it's a lot. It's a lot when it comes to kids, and I just find myself talking and talking, and after I don't talk the third time, I'm starting to get irritated. I'm starting to get irritated. It's it. Yes, they going to summer camp. They are going to a summer camp next summer. I told them I'm going to find one for them to go to. I think it's time for them to go hang out with some other kids instead of driving me crazy. Hey TC, how you doing? But yeah, they need to go to summer camps. I said, let me tell you something. My mom wouldn't even allow me to cook and not do the dishes after I finish cooking. That is so. I said that's a pet peeve of mine. When you cook in the kitchen, clean the kitchen up when you get done. So let me tell you something. I told them I was gonna throw the waffle iron away. I was gonna throw the omelet away, and I was gonna throw the air fryer away. I said then you won't have nothing to be cooking, and you won't clean up. You won't have it because if that makes it, I make a rule that I got to be in there cooking in the kitchen, and you can't be in the kitchen. So all your stuff you need for the kitchen, you won't have. My girlfriend said, that's an extreme to go to that level, Andrea. I said, but then ain't nobody listening to me. Right. I feel like I am over the top when I'm like, dude, just do it. It don't take you 5 or 10 minutes to just do it. No, that's you throw the mouth. No, not throw the waffle maker away. Yes, I told them. I said I'm gonna throw the waffle maker away. I'm gonna throw I bought me a thing to make omelets for us, and it's really easy. It's pretty easy. And I told him I'm gonna throw all that away. I'm gonna throw my brand new air fryer away. I'm gonna throw all that away. So that means they can't be in there cooking. I'm gonna have to be in there cooking, and I'm gonna do it on my time. Like tonight, I got up. Like tonight, I I baked some pork chops. I made some fried potatoes. I made some green beans, some broccoli, and I made all that today for dinner. Trying to make sure they have healthy meals. I said, don't y'all think this ain't right? Okay, and this too. I'm having a hysterectomy on the 24th of August. So my daughter gonna tell me, she 28, she gonna tell me I did not ask her for permission to have a hysterectomy because she says she gonna have to be taking her brother and sisters to school. And I told her, You ain't my mama. My mother is going to heaven. If I'm down and can't take my kids to school, I order them an Uber to get to school. Okay? Cause she gonna say it's put a lot on her now because I'm having a hysterectomy. I said I'm trying to get my health in order. If that means everything stops in my life, that means either my son takes a year off from football, then that's what he would do. Because nobody's gonna tell me what to do when it comes to my health. Some of these young kids think they grown, and they're not grown. And I told my daughter, you might be 28 with your own baby and living in your own house, but let me tell you something: being grown and acting grown is two different things. I am fully grown, and nobody tells me what to do. We always at the same place. I feel you, man. These young people, these young people, they just ridiculous. I could use an omelet paper. Oh my god! But yes, yes, I'm right there with you. I love my kids, but their behavior is just over the top for me. And the last couple of days, I've been over the top. I've been like, look, I'm tired. I don't feel well. And I had the conversation with my two. I did have the conversation with my two smaller children. I said I'm having surgery on the 24th. They start school on the 13th. So I was like, I gotta get y'all an Uber to make sure that you guys get to school because I can't move. I can't even lift up 5 pounds, she said. I can't have my grandson over here for 6 to 8 weeks because they said you gotta take that time to heal. But it's a lot. Your daughter that's acting up, just just made up. So yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot, Andrea. Mario. I mean, it is a lot, man. It's a lot, but I'm gonna get through it. I'm gonna get through this birthday party this weekend with these kids, and I'm gonna make sure my baby birthday party goes off with a hitch. I got a whole plan. I got cake and ice cream. We barbecuing. We got hot dogs. We got everything for his birthday, and it's gonna be a beautiful birthday. And then I got my sister-in-law. Shout out to that green vegan because if she didn't have surgery, she'll be down here taking pictures. I got my sister-in-law coming to take some pictures, but I'm gonna miss that green vegan, okay? Because I really didn't want to use her, but my friend had a surgery, so that's why that green vegan is not coming to the birthday party. So, and I told my sister-in-law that I don't like her. She my brother' wife. I don't like her, and this ain't personal. It's just business. Because if Green Vegan wasn't having surgery, she will be the one who taking my pictures for my kids. But I know she had her surgery, and I know she need the rest. But I have to have this hysterectomy because the fibroids are kicking my ass. Okay, it's bad. I got 5 of them, and they are kicking my ass. And basically, every month I can't do shit for almost 2 weeks. I'm bleeding all over everything, and I can't. I got to get this out of me. So I'm having this hysterectomy because it's gonna make my life better and make me be a better mom and be healthy for my children. And so I don't need nobody getting on my nerves telling me I didn't ask their permission. Big creepy. Train the kids. So next year, I know. Hey, Cookie Black, my daughter just had one in May. Okay, okay. Yes, I got to have a hysterectomy, and I got to it's kicking my these 5 words are kicking my ass. I ain't gonna tell y'all. Um my I've been off work since February, okay? And my doctor just called me and said she had a cancellation and because the it was messing with my mental health. The fibroids was, I was down. I was in bed for almost like 2 weeks, bleeding heavy, and I told my doctor, so she got a cancellation, and so she was able. I was supposed to go back to work on August the 18th, but I can't because I'm having a hysterectomy. So it's been kicking my butt, and I just cannot wait to get over this situation. And everybody tell me who had a hysterectomy, this is gonna be over, and I'm gonna feel better, because this is not no joke. This ain't nothing to play with. It's really bad, and I don't know why it affect black women so heavily, but it did. And then I had to had 5 iron infusion, and ever since I had 5 iron infusion. But what happened was, I went and bought me the black girl vitamin off the TikTok shop, the hair and nails and the collagen. I've been taking that, and when I went back to the doctor, she told me I don't have to take the iron pill, but every other day. I feel like, she said, my iron is just fine now, and I'm so glad, because I couldn't take no more of that them iron infusion, because they wanted to do it in my hand, and it hurts really bad. I had to take it. I wanted to take it in my arm, and one time my nurse wasn't there, who always give it in my arm. She had to put it in my hand, and I was so mad with the nurse to put it in my hand because it hurt for 2 days. Since I was there 2 years ago, and God said no, no, so I didn't have 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 it. But I had several fibroids and endometrial since I was 12 years old. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That stuff ain't no joke. Yeah, they said I have 5 fibroids. I can't hold off of it no more. It's really bad. It makes me, I have to call out from work. I can't even go to work. Sometimes I be bleeding, so I had to put towels in my car when I sit down, so I won't bleed over my clothes, or I won't bleed in the seat. It's really bad. It's this ain't nothing to play with. So I'm so happy that I'm having it on the 24th of August. And then my grandson, he started preschool on the 15th of July, and I'm so happy that he going to preschool now. Wait, you got what from TikTok shop? Oh, I got the Black Girl Vitamins, the hair and nails, and the vitamin D in the college. You take that too. I got that from the TikTok shop, and they were saying my iron. That the reason they was pushing my surgery back for my hysterectomy, because my iron was not high. They said my iron was low, so they had to get my iron up to like a 8 or 7, and I had to have 5 iron infusions, and they gave me an iron pill. So what happened was, after I bought the Black Girl Vitamin and started taking that, I went back and they checked my iron. They said just take my iron pill every other day. So yes, so that's what happened. Oh wait, you got what from my daughter had iron infusion, and she was diagnosed with cancer. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, Silky Black. Yeah, my doctor said I don't have to take no more iron infusion, but I was taking my iron infusion in my arm, and I started taking one of my iron infusions in my hand, and that made me so mad. I had to take my iron infusion in my hand. But since I take my vitamins, she said I don't have no more iron problem, and I said thank you, Jesus, because this stuff ain't no joke. This stuff ain't no joke. And I'm trying to do better. I am trying to get myself together, because I want to be here for my kids, and I want to be here, just be healthy. I'm praying for your daughter, Silky Black, okay? But yeah, I'm having my surgery on the 24th, and I cannot wait. I'm tired. I was tired a lot. I had bags under my eyes. I could barely walk up the stairs. That's how bad it was. And it was. I told my doctor that it started messing with my mental because I can't go to work. It's just bleeding all over everything. That stuff is not fun. But I'm glad that I did have time to take the time off, and because my daughter, she going to the eighth grade, but she was having some little issues in the seventh grade. But since I had that time off, I was able to focus on her, and she came out. She was having a rough time, but the last couple months of the school year, she got all B's, and I was so proud of her. So she was able to come through that seventh grade, because that seventh grade was kicking my ass. The teacher was calling me talking about she ain't turned her homework in. I don't know what she going through, a rebellious stage, or I don't know. She told me it was a lot on her. Got to change 7 classes. So it was a lot. She said junior high, the first year was a lot on her. She was at a new school. It was a lot on her. I believe it was a lot on her. But I think my son, he gonna have a better year because his sister's gonna be there with him, and she could tell him all the pitfalls of the first year of junior high. So I wish I had somebody there for her, but she had to walk through the fire, and then now she gonna show him how to get through junior high. But it's a lot raising these kids, and thank God they are teenagers. But I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted. It takes a lot too. You be naked cold in the office. So it's a lot, and I'm glad y'all came in. I'm glad I decided to go live. But yeah, the lady at the Costco, I almost had to cuss them out. Okay, and I'm already upset. And I'm on high alert because I ain't gonna lie. I watched Nolan's Wells funeral today, and I just mourned and cried for his mother to watch her had to lay her son to rest. It made me sad and think about my 2 sons too. So today, my emotion is all over with everything. I'm over the top. People doing dumb shit, and so I was like, I'm at the point I wish somebody would. That's how I felt today. I said, I'm. That's where I'm at. Okay, I'm somebody gonna cross the line, and I'm ready to cuss somebody out. So my daughter was like, "Mama, yeah, yeah, I'm ready to cuss somebody out because I'm in mourning for that parent, that woman, and that father who lost their son, and they don't know what happened to him, and that makes me sad. That makes me real sad." And I don't really like funerals, but I just couldn't help myself to watch that funeral today because, to listen to his mama talk about her son and how many kids he wanted and what was their names gonna be. And he had all that promise. He had all that talent. He was gonna be somebody. And to lose the son and nobody knows what happened to him, it made me sad. I mourn and I weep for her. And I hope and I pray she finds justice for that baby. Nothing but the devil, sis. The devil had no power but what we give him. But stay strong. I'm trying. I'm trying because I ain't gonna lie. It made me sad, made me cry for that family today. Okay, because I already told my friends and my family, anything happened to one of my children, lock me up in the crazy house for a couple months, because I know who I am. I don't know if I can make it. I don't know because that kind of pain. Now I thought my mother passing away I was in pain, but the mother did say she got on TikTok. She's an influencer on TikTok, and she did say she lost her mama a couple months ago, but she did say losing her mother was devastating to her, but losing her son is more devastating. And so I can't say that I know about losing my mama, but losing one of my children, that's the unimaginable pain. That's the pain that will never go away. And I pray they find justice for their family, because that makes me emotional, makes me sad. It makes me sad because my I look at my sons and they got all the promise in the world. They got the world handed to them. I'm giving them everything they can, and to lose your son and don't know what happened to them. I just can't say I'm gonna be calm, cool, and collected, because I'm ready to fight. I'm ready to fight. I'm ready to hurt somebody who hurt my kid. Okay, and it made me sad today to watch that funeral, and I cried for that mama. So I'm just saying, love your kids, love your family, love your friends. Love the girlfriends who are there for you. Love on them, because you never know. You can lose them in a blink of an eye. You can lose them to a tragic accident. You can lose them. You can lose them, and you didn't get it. You didn't get a chance to say, "I love you. I'm sorry for what I did." So that was make me that makes me that makes me made me sad today. I really did. I didn't think he. I did not think that I'm so invested into what happened to him. I'm so invested into why he was murdered, why he was left on that island. And I talk to my children. I'm having more conversations now than anything. I talk to my son and my daughter, who 28 and 27. I be like, don't be leaving no party by yourself. Don't be leaving none of your friends behind. When you on vacation, if one go, you all go. Okay. And it's like and sometimes you gotta stop watching that, because I find myself, the Lord protect them, the Lord. I find myself feeling like our own people are hurting us too. You got that 15-year-old girl killed 5 members of her family, and she cut off her grandmama's thumb to get in her iPhone. And I'm saying this today. Sometimes put them in jail for the rest of their life. Throw away the key. Because when you hurt your grandmama, I guess I'm from the old school. I guess I'm from the old school thinking. You don't put your hands on adults. Okay, when you a child, I was told, and this what I was told from my daddy, my daddy and my mother said, you don't put your hands on an adult. Okay, if somebody do something to you, you come and tell me, and I'll handle it. I don't know if it's the new generation. I don't know it's the music. I don't know if they just bad. I don't know if they ain't got no home training. Okay, but I don't know what these kids get down and think they got the right to put their hands on an adult. I watched the video on Instagram. A little boy, the bus driver telling the little boy, sit down, sit down. You got all the kids egging the little boy on. He had the nerve to hit the bus driver, and the bus driver turned around and walked him upside his head. Okay, and so my thing is this: if you don't want your son to be hit by somebody, won't you tell your son to keep his hands to himself then? Because we are getting tired of children putting their hands on us as teachers, as people who work for the school, and think we gonna put our hands on you. And yes, don't we always say, you know, you got to do better, and don't do that. Respect it. Yeah, I'm at a point I do respect children, and I don't put my hands on kids. But let me tell you something. It's gonna be one day I'm gonna black out and forgot that I do work for the school, and I'm gonna put my hands on some kids. Okay, I want you to teach your kids how to be better kids, and teach your kids keep their hands to themselves. How about that? Okay, these kids, Jill said, these kids is out of control. Yes, yes, they out of control. They are out of control and they got issues. And you know, I said, you mean to tell me the little 8-year-old is trying to beat up the bus driver? I said, where they do that at? Where do they do that at? And I wrote in the comment section, his mama should be ashamed of herself for raising her son to put his hands on the bus driver. How about that? Because she just you know these kids is out of control. They out of control. They having teen things. They making a new law. If your kid do something, he under the age of 18, the mama and daddy gonna be charged now. Now I say you might get some act right when mama and daddy start going to jail and paying some fines. You might get some act right now. Cause I do believe if your child is acting a fool and he out here doing it, running amok, doing stuff, they need to do something about this. And then you know I'm just like when I watched that video on Instagram of that little boy beating up the bus driver, and the bus driver started fighting back and tearing his behind up. And he gonna say, "I'm telling my mama on you." You go ahead because she should have taught you better. She should have told you, if you put your hands on an adult and think you might not, you might get hit back. You never know what's going on in somebody's life when you disrespectful to them and you talking to them crazy, and then they can black out and say, you know what, I blacked out. I forgot he was a child. Trey, I don't have no bail money for you. You better walk away. You know, some of these kids, they just act like they out here running amok. I ain't put my hands on no kid, but let me tell you, that video made me so mad. That video, it was a bus driver. It made me so mad. I feel like she was justified. Yes, it was wrong that she put her hands on the child, but I feel like she was justified the way they got the cameras in her face, egging her on, not listening. She's telling them, sit down, sit down. I gotta move this bus. Sit down. Get in your seatbelt. And they just ain't moving. They ain't moving. It irritated me to see that. Andrea, we can't justify that, but cry, but society from motherfuckers the innocent. Sis, don't. I don't put my hands on no kid. That's why I stay away from them. When I see a bad child, I stay away from that child. I was like, that child on. When I hear a cuss word from a child, okay, I was like, I'm done. I black out. I move. I leave. I'll leave. I will tell the teacher. I told the teacher one day. I said, you know what? He cussing. I can't deal with that. I need to go to a different classroom. I ain't with that. I'm from the old school. And I keep it 100. I'm not with no child cussing me out. I'm a 52-year-old woman. And I don't care if it's normal. It ain't normal size to me. I leave. Okay? No. I know. I will black out before her and feel like, no, wait. Yeah, they think these kids is bad. These kids are off the chain. I just pray I just pray and forgive and try to be better. I do. When I see a disrespectful, it's one thing that I've been raised by my mother and father. It's one thing when I see a disrespectful child, it irks my nerves. And to see that a young girl who was 15 years old put a hit list on 5 members of her family and cut her grandmama's thumb off to see so her and her boyfriend can get in the grandmother's iPhone. I find that highly disrespectful. I love my grandmama. Okay, it ain't nothing I won't do for her. I wish she was here. So to do that to your grandmama, you gotta be some kind of person. Put him under the jailhouse. I don't care no more. And that's how I really feel. And you want to keep it, you want to keep it a buck, keep it for real, an eye for an eye now. Cause some of these kids don't understand that. Okay, you hurting your parents, you hurting your people that love you and care about you. It's like, what are we raising? What are we raising around here? I be asking myself that. What are we raising? And I don't even let my kids spend the night at nobody's house. I don't let them have no sleepovers. I don't even let kids come to my house. Okay? And one little boy came to my house a couple weeks ago. My older son, my baby son said, "Mom, can my friend come to my house?" And I was like, "Oh God." And I said, "Yeah, he can come to my house." So I called my older son. I said, "Who the hell this little boy?" And my older son said, "Mama, that's the little boy we went to the birthday party to. I stayed at the birthday party with Ezekiel. His family is nice. His family this, his family that." I said, "Okay, well, he could be here till 9:30, and 9:30 he got to go." That's why I pray the teachers and all the working in the education system, because these babies have one heck of a task on their hands. Exactly. 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 It's a lot. I'm it's a lot. So I just say, um, you know, I don't know. It's a lot to deal with. It's a lot to be a parent, and it's a lot with teenagers, and it's a lot. Texting and talking and excusing the spelling. Google don't like to understand the voices, okay? But it's a lot being a parent in these days. And then you got Young Miami with that song called "Spin That Shit," okay? And after I let my teenagers, I let them we got the words of the song, and this what I told him. I said, "This is why I don't like the song. This is why I don't want to hear you playing the song." I said, "Because what it says was you're gonna end up in somebody's prison or jail because you stealing, you robbing, and you scamming." Okay. And I said, "Let me tell you something. I'm your mama, and I'm gonna tell you what the real deal is. Don't listen to that song because you don't steal, you don't rob, you work." My daddy used to say, "You work for what you get." So we don't do that. So no, you can't listen to that song. And I don't ever want to hear that you listen to that song. And I meant what I said, because that song ain't right. Andrea, I do miss you and your commentation. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I want my kids to play music that's gonna get them some. That's leading to destruction. And then when you tell young people it's okay to scam, rob people, and spend that shit, you almost saying it's okay for black women, because some of them are doing that, and black women gonna end up in somebody's prison because a mother and a daughter was went stealing and bought them kind of purses and put the song "Spin That Shit" on the TikTok, and that's how the cops found the mom. The mom just got out of prison, federal prison, in January, and now she back in prison with her daughter. What kind of shit is that? And then we asking. I'm starting to say, I don't even. I love. When I say I love some Ti. Okay, y'all don't know. I love some Ti. He my type. That's my type of man. Okay, but he got a little man syndrome. Okay, but I love some Ti. I don't even listen to rap music no more because you know what? When I say I'm grown, I am fully grown. That's some stupid shit. Okay, I didn't know that some of them rappers was renting them cars. I didn't know some of them was renting the jewelry. I didn't know some of them was renting houses. I thought that was their houses. Okay, that's what I was watching on the video. I thought that shit was real. And when I got grown and started seeing they renting it, they renting the houses, they renting cars, they leasing cars, they rented jewelry. I was like, what? I was like, see, that's the shit that I thought was cool. It ain't cool no more to me. It's not cool no more to sell drugs and put it in your own community and tear your community up. That shit ain't cool no more. So that stuff ain't cool no more. That stuff is not cool no more. And so I feel like Andrea, that stuff was Andrea. All that shit was fake. The new rappers don't do that crap. Yes, I thought that was real when they were showing their cars, their jewelry and stuff. I was like, oh my God, they rich. They got the houses, they got the cars, the jewelry. That stuff was rented. That stuff was fake. My mama and my dad was going to work every day, working hard, having their own businesses. That was real. That was the foundation of what they was doing. Living that stuff on TV was fake. And I didn't understand that until I was a grown woman. The old rappers created businesses and wealth. Yes, they did. Yes, they did. They did. But I didn't understand that. I thought that stuff was real. I didn't know that they was the jewelry was rented. The houses were rented. The cars were rented. I was like, oh my God, they rich. Why my mama and daddy can't get a house like this? And because what I didn't know is my stupidity as a child was I thought that shit was real. It ain't. And I'm not saying my mama and daddy don't want $1 million house, but they don't want $1 million payment, but mortgage payment either. That TV was fake. Yes, that TV was fake. Yes, yes, yes. I'm starting to believe the black family needs to get back to the church. The black family needs to go on back to the church. Go on back to what our foundation was built on. Go on. We need to go get our black families back to the church house. I think we don't turn our black people away from the church and stuff that it's difficult trying to get everybody back. Okay, it's okay, baby. It's okay. 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 Okay. There you go. It's okay. It's okay. But I just think it's time to get our black family back to the church. Okay, Joaquin. Okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Oh my God,
Okay. 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 Tell Livy give you something. Go tell. Go get. Go. I'm on the phone. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Got my grandbaby over here crying, okay? But yes, I believe they need to do that. We need to get back to that. If we get back to that, we're gonna start saving our young people. We get back to the church and our foundation. We're gonna start saving our young people and our young women and our young men because that was the foundation of the family. It was the church was. And I think we don't got away from that. And we don't got away from checking on our neighbor. We don't got away from being just good human beings. Sometimes I feel like we forget. We forget. We forget what our ancestors came through. We forget what they was built on. And I just told my sister today, all kin folks ain't kin folks, okay? They might be your kin, but to them mean you need to deal with them. And, you know, I just I had some things I wanted to say come in, and it it's a shame. It's a shame. I hope our young people. I hope our young people start going to therapy and seeing that could help them, and maybe some of their broken homes too. Some of the grandmamas need to be grandmamas and not be raising their kids. Okay, so the grandmamas, sometimes our grandmamas are here to be grandmamas, not be mamas to your kids. So the kids need to step up the plate and be mothers to their kids and let their grandmamas just be a grandmama and not raise the grandchild. Because I think sometimes the grandchild is disrespectful to the grandmama because she got to be mama because the mama and daddy is unavailable to take care of their kids. That's maybe I'm preaching. I mean, I'm a grandma. I love being a grandma, but because when my grandson get on my nerves and he don't irritated me, I be calling his mama say come pick him up because that's her child. I play grandmama. I am fun grandmama. I am loving grandmama. I am like you want something at the store, I'ma get it, but I won't her to be the mama. I'm just the grandmama, and I understand my role as the grandmama. Grandmama been raising children for ages, but yeah, they have, and that's the problem. They have been raised. Grandmama been raising kids for ages, but sometimes I'm be honest. I don't want to raise my grandson. If I have to, I will, but I don't want to. I want to be a grandmama to him, and that's what all I want to be to him. But I'm saying some grandmamas have to be grandmama and mother, and I'm saying some of the grandkids are envious or being disrespectful to the grandmama because she got to play mother and grandmama at the same time. And sometimes it's hard. Sometimes it's very hard. But they need to let the mother be a mother, and that's why you have them making babies after babies. Yep, I agree with you, Jill. On trust, I understand. I agree with you. Oh, I get my grandson when I want to, not because I got to. When I want to, when I don't miss him, I said bring him over. I ain't seen him in a minute. That's when I get my grandson. But I do believe you cannot be letting your kid put all them kids on the grandmama. It's a lot. Grandmama is 60 something, 50 something. Grandmama be tired. Cause it's days I be tired. It's days whew, I be like, oh, he can't come over today. I'm tired. So I agree. But I'm gonna go. I appreciate everybody listening to me. I appreciate everybody listening to my rant. Keep Nolan Wells family in y'all prayers. Keep that family in prayer. I pray for him and his family. I'm hoping and I'm praying that his mother and father find justice for their son. Today I watched the funeral, and today I was sad. I cried at that watching the funeral. It made me really sad. Nolan, no, you know what made me sad? All the pictures of him, from him when he was little until he was 18. And his mother said this what made me really cry when she said Nolan named named he wanted three girls and he had the names for his three kids. and it made me sad that promise of the three kids that he wanted in their names that didn't come fruition. He had all the promise in the world, and having all the promise in the world just made me sad. He was gonna be somebody. So just keep that family in prayer. Hopefully they find justice for him. But it's more stories like Nolan Well. We gotta keep our black children in prayer. So keep our black family intact, and, and and just pray for our family and our friends. And I love y'all. I want y'all to have a a, a beautiful day and tell your loved ones that they you love them. And I'm gonna sign off. My grandson is here tonight with me, and he getting on my nerves. But he gotta go to bed because he got preschool tomorrow. But y'all have a good day. Bless all y'all. Thank y'all for coming in. I really appreciate it. Bye bye.